Welcome guys, today we present to you the top 10 open world games released on mobile. Before watching the video, put a like and subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the video.
Fear.
Tower of Fantasy, an online game with a size of 12 gigabytes, available on Android and iPhone. Tower of Fantasy is the first game created by TRAHA Studio, set in a colorful open world similar to that of smash hit Genshin Impact. The first step of playing Tower of Fantasy is using the editor to create your character from scratch. All the customization options have an anime aesthetic and are highly detailed. Graphics in Tower of Fantasy are truly superb, thanks in large part to all the details supported by Unreal Engine 4. Of course, as with other similar games, you'll need a high-performing smartphone if you don't want to suffer from lag. In the end, you will see that Tower of Fantasy is a very powerful anime-style MMORPG, and it also fully supports the controller, and I recommend you to download it.
Amazing. So this is your
Ni no Kuni, an online game with a size of 5 gigabytes, available on Android and iPhone. Ni no Kuni Cross Worlds is MMORPG game based on one of the most popular franchises in the world of RPGs created by Level 5 and Studio Ghibli. As soon as you start the game, you have to create your own character, and enter into the atmosphere of the interesting story, which is different from its version on PC and PlayStation. The game is similar to other RPGs with relentless worlds. You can move around 3D environments freely as you carry out a whole host of missions. Once you get past the tutorial, you can move around the Ni no Kuni universe at your own free will. You should also know that the game was developed by Unreal Engine 4, which means very high graphics and excellent quality, and in the end, you will see Ni no Kuni, an anime-style open-world game that is very impressive, and you can download it now through the link in the video description. Yeager Hunter Legend, an online game with a size of 5 gigabytes, available on Android and iPhone. Yeager Hunter Legend is an MMORPG where you will have to travel through a mysterious planet called Escanor. Here, you will meet a hunter whose steps you must guide to complete many spectacular missions. In Yeager Hunter Legend, you can customize your warrior with your preferred physical characteristics before traveling to Escanor. After this, you will be ready to meet many dragons that will not make it easy for you to stay alive. Yeager Hunter Legend offers you the option of creating combinations of attacks through which you will diminish the life of each dragon more effectively. Yeager Hunter Legend has a really interesting backstory that will show you through 3D scenes all the evolution of your actions. The large number of dragons to capture will make you have to be attentive to every move you make in these realistic settings. TRAHA, an online game with a size of 4 gigabytes, available on Android and iPhone. TRAHA is an MMORPG that transports you to a spectacular fantasy world. In it, a terrible war is destroying everything in its path, and you barely manage to escape with your life as you flee from the enemies. In this role-playing game, you can choose from several classes and create your own character. TRAHA is a game with good graphics that offers you many character customization options. There are also all kinds of classes, from classic warriors and knights to mages and archers. Each has its own form of combat, so you'll have to choose which style suits you best. In TRAHA you'll have a whole world to explore, where you can go on quests to improve your skills, level up and find great rewards. If you're prepared, nothing can stand in your way. Volzerk, an online game with a size of 600 megabytes, available on Android and iPhone. Volzerk is an action-adventure game where you join a young girl called Fina on her journey to uncover multiple mysteries taking place on an island. Volzerk's beautiful 3D visuals really add to the realism of each landscape, and the game's controls are intuitive. You'll have a joystick for moving and classic action buttons that let you carry out attacks. As you go along, you'll also have to chat with other inhabitants of the Volzerk world, and you'll often have to go up against fearsome enemies that will surround and try to stop Fina from continuing to explore the universe. I invite you to download Volzerk on your smartphone, and the game will immerse you in a magical world where lots of monsters and magical beings meet. Nose Heart, an online game with a size of 4 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Nose Heart is an open-world role-playing game developed by the same creators as Dragon Raja that stands out for its graphics engine and magical setting. This time, you'll travel to a very different universe where the landscape is more natural than futuristic. Nose Heart has stunning graphics developed with the Unreal Engine 4 graphics engine. This means it's highly realistic, so the textures and layers for all the characters and settings will fully immerse you in the narrative framework of this beautiful MMORPG. When it comes to combat, you can select various weapons that you can even customize with elements you find along the way. Nose Heart has a great story, spectacular graphics and many options when deciding your own fate in this game. Without a doubt, this is an excellent multiplayer role-playing game any fan of the genre just can't miss. Drive Zone, an online game with a size of 100 MB, available on Android only. Drive Zone Online is an open-world online driving game with excellent graphics. In Drive Zone Online, you can move freely on the map and choose the missions you want to complete. In the beginning, the races may be a bit unfair, as you'll likely be driving slower cars than your rivals. However, as you participate in races, you'll level up and unlock new vehicles you can use to win. Up to 6 different players can join in the online races. In addition to online competitions, you can also play in single-player mode. In it, you can also tune and modify all your cars according to your preferences. So if you're looking for a car game where you can race online, or you just want to drive around aimlessly in an open world with excellent graphics, don't hesitate to download the Drive Zone Online. Time Raiders, an online game with a size of 4 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Time Raiders is an MMORPG where you play the role of a hero whose main mission is to put an end to the dark forces that are besieging humanity. To achieve this goal, in this game, you travel to a netherworld where you encounter numerous dangers that you will have to face. In Time Raiders, there are spectacular 3D graphics that enhance the dynamism of the action. The game's controls are easy to master. Throughout your journey in Time Raiders, you will also meet other characters and engage in conversation with them. The camera movements, the dark atmosphere and the wide variety of weapons you can unlock contribute to making Time Raiders an outstanding game, plus the missions increase in complexity as you progress through this vast universe. Fading City, an online game with a size of 6 GB, it will soon be available on Android and iPhone. Fading City is an open-world RPG set on the streets of Waidu City, where you help explorers uncover the city's many secrets, and you must fight against the strange zombies roaming around the map and fight to survive and save the city. Fading City has spectacular 3D graphics developed with the Unreal Engine 4 that feel similar to earlier NetEase titles. The controls in this game are perfectly adapted to touch screens. All you have to do is tap the virtual D-pad to move around. Fading City has everything it needs to immerse you in this world full of mysteries waiting to be solved. This organization of explorers aims to restore peace to this city covered in fog and ravaged by zombies. The game is new and is one of the best upcoming survival games for smartphones. You can pre-register through the link in the video description. The Division Resurgence, an online game with a size of 10 GB. This game is in the beta phase and will be officially available for Android and iPhone soon. The Division Resurgence is a free-to-play third-person shooter RPG set in the first massive urban open world. The story of the game takes place in modern post-crisis America, where a virus outbreak has caused chaos and the collapse of the government, and your role as a member of the strategic Homeland Division. You must restore order and protect civilians from hostile factions. In the game The Division Resurgence, there is a vast open world that you can roam in, and it is also designed with high-quality graphics, and this makes you feel more realistic in the game. The Division Resurgence is the best RPG and shooter game that will soon be available for Android and iPhone, and you can now pre-register through the link in the video description.
No, I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.